Ah, greetings of the day. Today, let us continue the poem Ulysses, a dramatic monologue written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. And here, Ulysses talks about his adventure, how he wants to go beyond the limits of what humans have seen and known, the way a shooting star seems to go beyond the horizon when it falls and disappears from sight. That's what we saw yesterday. And now let us see the remaining stanzas of the poem. Ulysses says, "This is my son, my own Telemachus, to whom I leave the sceptre and the easel, well out of me, discerning to fulfill this labor by slow prudence to make mild a rugged people, and through soft degrees subdue them to the useful and the good. Most blameless is he, centered in the sphere of common duties, decent not to fail in offices of tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. He works his work, I mine." See, now Ulysses talks about his son. His son name is Telemachus. So he introduced all the passive listeners, the people of Ithaca. This is his son who will inherit my role, who will inherit Ulysses' role as ruler of the island when Ulysses dies. Ulysses, அதாவது நான் இறந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் என்னுடைய வாரிசா என் பையன் செலிமகஸ் ரூல் பண்ணுவான். So he affirms that he loves his son very much and he is very conscientious and he is thoughtful about how he will best carry out his responsibility as a ruler. ஒரு ரூலரா அவனுக்கு என்ன ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கோ அதெல்லாம் இவனுக்கு தெரியும். So he would rule this Ithaca very well with patience and judgment. Telemachus will work to civilize the fierce, the wild people of Ithaca and make them more gentle and gradually teach them to devote their lives to productive civic activities. So Ulysses says that he cannot find any fault with his son Telemachus because he devotes his life, அவனுடைய whole வாழ்க்கையும், his whole life will be devoted, okay, by Telemachus. And he devotes his life to the responsibilities of his role. So he pays proper respect to his people. அவன் கண்டிப்பா எல்லா மக்களையும் நல்லா மதிச்சு ரூல் பண்ணுவான். And he also shows proper respect to his parents also. And after his father dies, he will continue offering appropriate sacrifices to the gods also, that Ulysses most honored. See, Ulysses எப்படி எல்லா மக்களும் கௌரவப்படுத்தி நல்லா மதிக்கிறாங்களோ அதே மாதிரி all the people of Ithaca, they will also respect this Telemachus. And Telemachus is well suited for the role of the ruler. இவன் தான் சரியான ரூலர், எனக்கு அப்புறம் என்னுடைய வாரிசு. And Ulysses is well suited, okay, for a different role, the role of explorer, the role of adventurer. That's what Ulysses says. So his son is good at ruling this Ithaca. I have trust in him, he says. So he is centered in the sphere of common duties, decent not to fail in offices of the tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods. He says, when I am gone, so when I die, my son will take all the responsibilities and he would rule this country, Ithaca, in a well manner. So his work, he works his work. அவனுடைய வேலை அவன் நல்லா பார்ப்பான். Whereas my work is adventure. So I will carry on my own adventurer job in a well manner, he says. Then look at the next stanza of the poem. There lies the pearl to the vessel puffs her sail. There gloom the dark broad seas. My mariners souls that have toiled and wrought and thought with me, that ever with their frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine, and opposed free hearts, free foreheads. You and I are old. Old age hath yet his honor and his toil. Death closes all, but something ere the end. Some work of noble note may yet be done, not becoming men that strove with gods. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. The long day wanes, the slow moon climbs, the deep mounds round with many voices. Come, my friends, it is not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order's might, the sounding furrows for my purpose hails to sail beyond the sunset and the paths of all the western stars until I die. See how beautifully Ulysses talks about his adventure. Now Ulysses looks outwards. Sorry. So now Ulysses looks out towards the port. And the seaport பார்த்து கையை காமிச்சு சொல்றான், where the wind is blowing heavily. Okay, the sails of a ship he could see, and where he could see the whole wide dark sea. அப்படியே வெளியில பார்க்கறான், எல்லா ஷிப்பும் sail ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு. And he could see the dark wide sea. And now he addresses his former crew, all the sailors. அவங்களும் அங்கதான் இருக்கிறாங்க. All those sailors are also the passive listeners. So he addresses his crew. His crew means that group of sailors, his comrades, his friends, okay, the men who worked alongside with him and explored the world and gained new knowledge with him. இவனோட சேர்ந்து பயணம் மேற்கொண்டவங்க இந்த crew, okay, they also explored the new world and gained new knowledge. So he reminds that they always accepted joyful whatever their travels would bring. இவனோட சேர்ந்து ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா பயணம் செல்றவங்க இந்த crew தான், okay, the sailors. So where trouble or good luck, whether it is trouble or good luck, they proudly faced every obstacle with resolution and bravery. அது வெறும் துயரத்தை கொடுத்தாலும் சரி, தொல்லையை கொடுத்தாலும் சரி, இல்ல ஒரு லக்கி டிராவலா இருந்தாலும் சரி. ஸோ ஆல் தீஸ் மரைனர்ஸ் தே ஃபேஸ்ட் எவ்ரி அப்டக்கிள், எல்லா தடைகளையும் அவ்வளோ அழகா ஃபேஸ் பண்றாங்க வித் ரெசல்யூஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் பிரேவரி. ரொம்ப பயங்கரமா தைரியத்தோட இவங்களோட சேர்ந்து பயணம் சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னு he appreciated all his friends. Ulysses then acknowledges that both he and all his friends, they have grown older. இப்ப இவனுக்கும் வயசாயிருச்சு, யுலிசஸ்க்கும் இவங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸுக்கும் வயசாயிருச்சு. But he insists that even as an old man and with all his old friends, old men, they can still work hard, okay, to do all the work, adventure. Okay, இவங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு வயசானாலும் இவங்க ஒர்க் அவ்வளோ அழகா கண்டினியூ பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ தே கேன் ஸ்டில் ஒர்க், டூ ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் அண்ட் தே கேன் ஏர்ன் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் ஆல்சோ. மக்கள் மத்தியில இவங்கள மீது நல்ல ஒரு ரெஸ்பெக்டும் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு. Soon they will die and their chance to do great deeds will be over. இவங்களுக்கு வயசாகிக்கிட்டே இருக்கிறனால வேகமா இவங்கள டெத் அழைக்கும். ஓகே, டெத் will invite him. See how he says in the poetry. See, again I shall read a scene. Death closes all, but something here, but something before the end. இங்கள death கூப்பிடுது. Okay, it calls us, but before that, year means, see, look at the word year means, just I shall type here, before. So but something before the end, சாகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி, All these people, they wanted to do some noble work. இவங்க ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு சாதிக்கணும். Okay, may it be done. Not unbecoming men that strove with the gods. So how he says, soon they will die, and their chance to do, they can still work hard, and they can also expect respect. Whereas Ulysses says that they can still accomplish something heroic. They can still accomplish something heroic and something fitting for men that once battled the gods. கடவுளோட நாங்க சண்டை போட்டிருக்கோம். See, in Trojan War, even gods also will fight with them. Okay, so they are good enough, okay, to face those problems. So they have battled, fought. Okay, so they have battled war against God. So the people of Ithaca are beginning to light lamps in their homes. Now the night is falling, the moon is rising in the sky, the waves of the seas are murmuring. So they could hear the murmuring of the waves, and the sea waves and the murmur sound, low sound. Okay, they could hear as if they are speaking to Ulysses. Ulysses oda and the waves பேசுற மாதிரி இருக்குதான். Okay, then Ulysses urges his comrades, his crew, okay, to join him the last voyage. இதுதான் நாங்க மேற்கொள்ற கடைசி பயணமா இருக்கும்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். So he urges all those people, even now they are too old to explore that unknown region of the world, the some unknown regions, unknown part of the world. காண இதுவரைக்கும் அவங்க பார்க்காத ஒரு உலகத்தை பார்க்க போறாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு. So he invites them to board a ship. ஒரு just a minute, again I shall read it. See, come my friends, it's not too late to seek a newer world. So he invites his friends. So it is not too late. Okay, it is not too late to search for a newer world. Push off, push off. Okay, let go to தள்ளுங்க. Okay, and sitting well in order's might, the sounding furrows, அந்த குழிகள்னா இவங்க அந்த ஒரு துடுப்பு போடுறனால அந்த water furrowனா அந்த குழி. Okay, அந்த waterல the furrows they could see. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset, the paths of all the western stars until I die. சாகிற வரை இந்த பயணத்தை மேற்கொள்ளுவோம். Okay, he says, whereas he acknowledges that the waves may sink their ship. இவ்வளோ பெரிய அலைகள் வருது, ஸோ இந்த ஷிப்பவே இது மூழ்கடிச்சிரும். Okay, so he acknowledged that the waves may sink their ship, but they may also find their way to the place where the souls of the blessed go after death. Okay, so they will find their way to the place where the souls of the blessed go after death. அப்படியே இறந்து போனாலும் அந்த நடு கடல்ல அவங்க சோல் வந்து ஆசீர்வதிக்கப்பட்டதா இருக்கும். அவங்களுடைய லட்சியத்தை அவங்க அடைஞ்சிருவாங்க. Okay, so he says there they might even meet their old companion. Okay, who is that companion? Just I shall read. See here, it may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now the strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are one equal temper of heroic hordes, made weak by time and fade, but strong in will to strike, to seek, to find, and not to yield. See how Tennyson concludes this